my dear Virgo. This is a reading about what the person most on your mind would want to happen between you two with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. And if you want to watch the channel's readings in advance and free from ads, you can become an extended member to the channel. I'm also doing spiritual growth readings for all the members to the channel every week and personal questions readings for the full members. Subscribe and then check out the different levels through the join button that appears or follow the link in the description box to learn more about membership. Please like and share this video and hit the bell notification to get updates on my postings. And I use the Steampunk Tarot by Barbara Moore for the reading part, and I will start shuffling your cards. So, when I open your deck here, I see 10 of Cups together with 7 of Pentacles. So, this is a relationship where we put in the effort over the long haul to make things work. We are not just giving it up because of some hiccups. It's groundwork, serious groundwork being done in this relationship from this person's point of view. So, I call the Divine with Love and Light, and here we have the 4 of Wands, the Lovers, so marriage and love, and 10 of Cups. So this person definitely loves you, like a wife or a husband or a partner or a best friend or like family member, and they don't want to be without you. So whatever they need to do, it's like whatever work they need to do to put into keeping you staying together, that's the work that they want to do, okay, and put in that kind of effort. So I call the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world, and we can see the Hangman here. So just because they want this, it doesn't mean that they can have it. They might be tested with the relationship right now. Maybe it's very hard on them, or they have to do a lot of sacrifices for you, or not maybe communicate what they really feel about the situation, but keeping their mouth shut to keep things working between you two. So they definitely feel like a hefty workhorse that put in the effort to get the day's work done and keeping their little mouth shut about it, not making the buckaroo or running away from the field to avoid that this massive kind of work or this sacrifice. Okay, so I call the 6 elements, and here we have the Queen of Cups together with 10 of Cups. So it really seems like you are living in their heart, and you are going to live in their heart for eternity. They are not ever going to stop loving you, is what I'm getting here. Okay, so 6 elements: earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether, to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Virgo viewers. So I want my dear Virgos to have love in their life and to find themselves in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. So you might not feel that this person is acting in the way that where their heart is, but it's so hard sometimes to understand each other. And if we are expressing ourselves from our own pain, it's even harder, because then we will act as, or we can be perceived to act as if we don't love the other person. So just tuning in for a few seconds here to you and the person most on your mind, and what this person would want to happen between you two. So this is the evolution of your relationship, and this is what this person would want to have happen. And we see justice here. So the Fool. They definitely feel like they are binded to moral laws for how one needs to act in a relationship. So they definitely feel the burden of that. Or maybe they have recently got an understanding of that there's a moral choice one needs to make in a relationship. And this is the evolution. And we have the Hangman again. this sacrifice. So 11, Justice, 12, the Hangman, Page of Cups. I think this part of this relationship will season this person into becoming more grown up, more responsible, more looking out for other people's needs and maybe less for their own. And it's a necessary part of their development, is what I'm seeing. Sometimes this kind of mindset might spoil another person to not do their best effort. So it's easy to take a person that's acting like this for granted and just, so you did the dinner for me, maybe you can make breakfast as well. And we just put more and more bricks onto this person because we like how it feels and we feel put on a pedestal a little bit. So if that's something you can recognize, you might want to be careful with that, to not break this camel's back. So here we have their intentions towards you, 5 of Wands. So it's kind of what I felt. I said that this person might not act very loving because they are upset with you, and they're upset with God that forces them to bend their neck for this relationship. So they might protest a lot, but in their heart I definitely feel like this person is working with these themes of forever love and the theme of being like a hero in the relationship and pulling one's weight and also maybe the other person's weight and really sacrificing oneself for the relationship. But it makes them very upset. I think this is not their foundation personality, or it might be their foundation personality, but they have gotten a sense of conflict and combat and winning that have superimposed itself upon them. It can be conditioning, for example, and like if you are brought up by wolves and have to fight for the food, you will have this mindset of always combating or fighting or struggling for survival. And this is their love for you. And we have a Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is not a really good card when it comes to emotions. So I'm definitely feeling that they are probably still in this mindset of fighting this idea of the love that they have for you, or the sacrifice that means that they need to make. For example, if we love someone and we want to have a future with them, we might have to sacrifice some of our other dreams. And this person doesn't seem ready to do that. So it's still a battle we can see within this person. So it might go well or it might not go so well. This is how they perceive you. And we have the Hermit, which is Virgo. So I want to understand that a little bit better, how they see you. Ascending, transcending obstacles, learning, expansion, new phase, preparing for union. Maybe you are the front runner in this relationship and you have gone before them and started to honor these kind of values in the relationship. So if they want to be with you, they need to honor the same values, or in other case you will separate from them and spend your time alone, and they won't have access to you. So this might be what's forcing them into looking at a relationship's higher value and how to act highly valuable, how to add value to a relationship by sacrificing oneself. And this is how they view the relationship, Queen of Wands. So they definitely feel beaten down by you, as they are fighting for the last straw of survival in this relationship. It's like you are the alpha wolf in this pack, and you have said, I will eat the most of this prey. You can get the backside, the head, and some of the inner organs, but nothing else. Oh, that's gross. But I'm definitely feeling that kind of energy here, that you are taking the big part from their point of view, and they only get the scraps or the leftovers, and they are intimidating by you because you have this power over them, because they probably love you with the cards that I saw. But with the Knight of Wands, it's not that kind of feeling. It's more this competition with you and feeling inferior in front of you, and that you have all the aces up your sleeve, basically. Queen of Wands. Okay. And this is what they would want to happen between you two, the Chariot. So they would want to have this, they probably feel like the dog, like always like licking your feet, coming with your, your newspaper and your slippers, this kind of energy. And they would want to be the master for once, like be the one in charge. I don't think it's for this person, just the Chariot. Of course, we're not supposed to spoil another person. So they take us for granted. It needs to be love between the master and the dog here, and to on equal terms, that they're being properly, taken care of as well. So I don't know exactly where you're at. It's probably different for different relationship. For some, this person actually need to make a little bit rebellion towards you because you have become the princess on the pedestal, or and you have started to take them for granted. But for many others, this is a person that doesn't like to be a slave to love, that the love makes them feel as if they need to sacrifice themselves in total, and they have something else that wants to come in charge and, free them so they can live the life that they want to live, not being a slave to you because of the love that they feel. Okay. And I think neither of it is wrong. There's a constant battle for balance here, and so we need to have our own life, but we also need to sacrifice ourselves for the relationship. So there's compromise, and then there's certain things we don't compromise with, like the things that makes us we need to have a spark of life, or the spirit of life. We can't just sacrifice until we get so depressed that we fall off our chair and die. So we need to fulfill our life with beautiful things to sustain our energy. So the dog needs to run around chasing sticks or getting the ball or whatever. They can't always just bring your slippers, because this will break the spirit of the dog. So I don't want to compare your partner with a dog, but it's the images that come, so I just roll with it because it's simple. In other case, I will have to think and exchange the examples for something else. So there needs to be balance. There's a need for balance. We have seen that it's deep love here, but it's creating some kind of dissonance. Either the person doesn't want to be a slave to love at all, and they see you as the master here, while you don't want to feel the same in this situation. It's not what you want. You just want mutual love. But for their point of view, because of their drama and karma and trauma, they see you as this alpha that wants to take away everything that's theirs, or everything that they are, and just leave an empty slave in its wake. So it's just also a matter of perception. We can believe someone being in a certain way, but they might never have had those kind of thoughts, or they might be careful of acting in those kind of ways, but still the fear makes us act as if it's real. So there's a lot of ways of looking at this. So this is the evolution of your relationship, and we have an Ace of Pentacles. So the situation itself is carrying a gift of love, where we could actually start to open up to each other and really discuss the matters, instead of this distance that we put between ourselves and the other person when we suspect a lot of things about them. For example, this person suspects that you want to rule their life. You might suspect that they don't love you and they want to run away. And so these are the things that's underneath the surface. But if you could actually, open up and be vulnerable towards each other, and talk about the things that really going on, and get security with one another, because seeing one's pure intentions, which in this case looks a little bit shady, of course, but if this person could explain themselves and say, I feel as if you have the leading role in this relationship, and I don't have anything to say about anything, like not what clothes I should wear to that party, or what party we should go to, or which friends we should spend time with, or what house we should buy. And this is making me feel trapped in our relationship. So, and it would be easy for you to understand that and give them more room. So take a step back and let them, decide which couple you are going to spend your weekend with, or no couple at all. Maybe you're going skiing instead. So it's about leaving room for each other in the relationship, and not not just being like, I'm the boss here and you need to do what I say or I will leave you. We need to also look at how we are projecting, because you might project onto this person that they are evil, and they project onto you that you are bossy, and maybe nothing of this is true. Okay. The World card. So the divine definitely think that it's time for you to, level up by now and stop with this ridiculous games, and instead start to really discuss with one another and sort these things out, instead of going around being suspicious and thinking things about the other person. Take the necessary discussion and do it from a point of view being really curious about the other person and who they are and what they have to say, and really ask a lot of questions to really understand. So say, okay, so I have, when you have talked now, I have understand that this is how you feel. Is that correct? So not going around assuming things, because it might not be true at all. 8 of Pentacles. I'm seeing good groundwork being done here by both partners in this situation, that you can come down from your high horse, and they definitely want to work on this relationship because it's very meaningful to them. It's just that their position in the relationship has felt very much, they feel like it's slave-like. So they would wish to change that if it's possible. Yes, 8 of Swords. So they want more to have to say, like they want more power in this relationship. At least equal powers would be nice. They don't want to sacrifice themselves and be like whipped in this relationship. They want you to leave some space for them. And if this is crazy talk from your point of view, just understand that this is what they are projecting onto you. That you are the slave master and they are your slave. So the more they love you, the more you will take advantage, basically. So if you could free this relationship from these kind of fears, I think you would have a golden opportunity to become really happy and to ascend to the next level, with both these cards are talking about, both the World card and the little Lover's Oracle Ascending card here. So you have a good chance here, but communication is needed, and maybe something else. We'll see what that something else can be. Healing heart, healing from heartbreak, freedom from toxic relationship or addiction. So I said that this person might have been raised by wolves. Maybe you have been raised by wolves as well. And you might need to deal with your original family constellation or previous relationships that have made you suspicious or have closed your heart. And things like this needs to be talked about and healed and maybe taken really seriously. So, for example, both people might put effort into going to therapy and really sort this out to give the relationship the best chance of ascension. Okay, so we will see here what the divine thinks about this. Playfulness and you deserve love. So to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit to shine and fun to shine, and you are lovable. So you definitely need to have more fun in this relationship and let your partner have fun, and share the fun. We can have fun with your way one weekend and their way another weekend, and try to be a little bit adventurous with this, to do fun things and get out of the normal routine. To not bore each other to death, just sitting there with your love, but not, being. Don't scare each other to silence, so that the spark of the soul can get get their word out or their long for adventure out without. I'm getting the sense that if they want to do something adventurous, you might get scared and immediately put an end to it, and that's when the soul dies. So don't do that. Try to become a little bit adventurous, you too. So this is what this other person is saying. I love you more than I want to admit. Yeah, they don't want to admit to the full extension of it because it makes them more a slave to you in their eyes, and they don't want to be this big fat slave or this little skinny slave to the big fat, boss lady here, or boss. It can be a boss king or gentleman as well. And this is your point for this. I will fight for our love. So it's the fight part that worries me a little bit. Try to not be so always so dramatic with things or so easily angered. Try to become a little bit mellow. Don't see the worst in your partner at all times. You probably feel like you are doing all the work in the relationship and the other person is just, against everything. That's your idea, but they feel the same way about you, and you need to come off this dynamic of competing with each other. It's like two rivaling siblings that's pulling each other's hair, and it's not necessary. Try to fight for this relationship, but fight for it, not against it, not against your partner. Try to find ways to communicate with them so you can come over to the same side. Tell them that when you heighten your voice like that, you make me feel like you are really angry with me. And if you are becoming angry with me for these kind of things, it makes me question what kind of person you are. And then they can say something and you can calm them down a little bit, because you don't want to cause big conflicts. Big conflicts is necessary, but it's better to talk about things, because that makes it easier to solve the matter at hand. So this is the advice for you. Peace. Not fighting, but peace. 23. 19, 24, 23. When two people are in true alignment with one another, they have an innate harmony between them. They are as two perfectly tuned in instruments playing together. Sometimes it's impossible to tell who is who. Peace is yours, and it is to be savored. And if you're not feeling that peace, now is the time for calmness and well-being in spite of temporary conditions. Even if there are a dissonance between you and another, or the notes in the music of your life, all that means is that you must go within and fine-tune the extraordinary instrument that you are. Find harmony within yourself, and in that way you can be harmonious. Even if the person is angry with you, you can say, okay, I'm seeing you're very angry right now. Do you want to talk about it? Do you want to tell me how you feel? So we can solve this. Find harmony within yourself, and don't look for the outer world to provide certainty. This too shall pass, and once again your life will be filled with beautiful music. Okay, so this person might be acting a little bit erratic, and it's kind of up to you to be a little bit more cool, because they're acting erratic, because they're becoming very dramatic, because they feel like this slave, or they feel unjustly treated, and they want to work with the higher values of this relationship, but they don't want to be like subordinate to you. So it might be that it's their feelings of being unworthy that makes them project this onto you. But try to talk to them about these things and show that you're on their side, and make them start to show that they are on your side. So I think this can solve pretty easily. It doesn't have to be a big problem. There's love in the foundation. So okay, I would urge you though to watch the love reading for October, or the reading their true thoughts and feelings for your sign in the True Thoughts and Feelings playlist. That will probably reveal more about this situation, so you can understand it better. You can also watch What Do They Want to Happen Between You Two from the previous month, to watch the development from then until now. On my first channel page, there's a playlist for your specific astrological sign, where you can watch all the latest readings for your specific sign in one single playlist. On the end screen, you will see the link to that playlist, so go and check it out. And if you want to see the channel's readings in advance and ads free, you can become an extended member to the channel. I'm also doing spiritual growth readings for all the members to the channel every week, and personal readings for the full members. Subscribe and then check out the different levels through the join button that appears, or follow the link in the description box to learn more about membership. Thank you for watching this far. Remember to like and share this video, and hit the bell notification on your way out to get updates when the next video is up. Until then, stay blessed and bye bye.